Thanks. Is that okay with you guys to record?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, just gonna take 1 second here and you're gonna hear a little bit of reverberation. Good to go. All right. Good deal. So with benefits and like the benefits, so it would be health benefits. Are there anything else? I'm just kind of digging in a little bit so how we can sell the job really well. Is there dental, eye, anything like that?
Yeah, there's options for dental, vision, life insurance. There's a, I believe it's a 3% IRA match that our owner will do.
Okay, outstanding. And the bonus structure, how's that set up?
We haven't really talked about that, but the way mine is set up is a dollar amount per closing that's done each month.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and I'm looking in that area. It looks like for good level, high level skilled admins, looks like the salaries are at the low end are coming in at around 35 to 36 up to like 53. So it sounds like we're in a good realm there. And the great thing about after I explain the process to you, we're going to be totally transparent on the talent level that we're receiving. And if we ever did run into an issue, we'd just be reaching out to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. What are the 3 things in your mind, Katie and Damion, that this person would need to have to be a great hire? I know that's not the easiest question on a Friday morning, but just 3 like things that, like you mentioned taking over the financial roles from you. So Katie, you think that would be one thing that would be really important for them?
Absolutely. Understanding of money and numbers is important to me. I don't want to speak for Damion, but something also that is super, I think, important for me and the team is someone who is like a team player, who isn't going to come in and only do, never step up when we need them, or so that's super important. A lot of us on our team are just very willing to step in when needed, and it may not be what's written about the role in that moment, but they're able to help. Damion, thoughts?
Yeah, are you still using this, Shawn, to write an ad, or are we talking about, are you just wanting to understand what we're looking for?
So I just want to understand what you're looking for when you sign a contract with us. If you feel that we're qualified to work with you, we would send over a sample job ad, and then we would work with you to craft that. We also would align you with a recruiter that will be your person for the entire process. They'll be your partner, and then they would be the one that would be, when they're talking to the talented candidates, they'd be kind of asking questions around problem-solving questions, so that we see that they are a team player. They're going to go one step beyond. We'd start to format questions that were important to you. What this does is help to tee up those conversations so we don't show up to them cold.
Yeah. So Katie, if I say something you don't agree with, you guys let me know. But I feel like it's somebody that could actually replace Katie in the future, like somebody that's not an assistant. Like the role is called assistant MCA, but really somebody who could really manhandle the role.
Okay.
If Katie moves into some great opportunity, which is what we'd like that to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, well, we got a great AMCA, but now we got to find an MCA because the AMCA is not great at whatever. And one thing that I've noticed in the past is I would like this person to not be afraid of conflict.
Okay.
And that seemed to have been an issue in the past.
Okay. And that's something that we hear. This is a great conversation, Damion. We see this with admin. You know, people will come and say, "Look, I'm looking for, you know, a director of operations. Yeah, but I want them to start out learning the business and things." We really want to look for those people that are willing to grow, learning based, understand the concept that there's opportunity within this role to take a bigger piece of the business or of the job. So we could definitely get questions around where that's maybe showed up in their past or how they feel about that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just going to throw out some like what hasn't really worked in the past. You mentioned handling conflict and things like that. What are some things that you really want to keep away from that you've experienced?
I don't know. It's I don't know how to. It's important that this person understands chain of command. You know, and is a decision maker. Somebody that if we empower them to make decisions, we need somebody that can actually do that. If this person knows, what decision Katie would make, and Katie's not here, then make the decision. Don't say, let me check with somebody who can give you the answer. And then if it's an answer you don't like, then I'll give it to you. But then it'll preserve our relationship because I'll blame the decision on someone else who makes decisions. I don't want that. I want someone that can say, this is the decision and this is what Katie would do. Damion would do this. They don't have to say that, but they can make decisions without having to ask what they should do.
Awesome. Okay.
Anything, Katie? Anything you'd?
Just someone easygoing and kind. Our team is very laid back and we're friends. You know, we're a little family, and we have in the past had, you know, someone on the team who just was very selfish, and that caused a lot of, you know, turmoil and stuff like that. So I'm really looking for someone easygoing, like Damion said, can take charge when need be, but isn't super aggressive when it comes to conversations and stuff like that. Someone that's kind and understanding and patient, probably.
Okay, outstanding. All right. So for us to kind of frame this conversation up, I think I have what I need at this point. And if there's ever anything else that you need, I want you to know that we want to be your partner on this journey. And then I want to make sure that you're a raving fan. So stop me at any point if you have any questions about our process. But I'm going to walk you through the process so that you get a feel for why we're a 5-star rated company and making lots of hires within Keller Williams. What we do is, and as I stated, when you sign the contract with us, we request $3,000 to get the ball rolling. And what we do with that $3,000 is, right off the bat, Damion hit it. We're going to put together a job ad that we feel is going to attract talent, and then we want to bring in that culture, that attitude, and that skill set that you're going to be really looking for. Then we align you with a recruiting consultant that will be your partner for the entire journey that you can reach out to. You'll also be able to reach out to me at any time. We are an over communicative organization. And then what we do is we take that $3,000 and we go out to over 120 different job platforms that filter down through all of the mega sites. And we start boosting that ad up with those funds. For 3 weeks, we're going to fund this thing at a very high level. On my team, we used to go out and get like the free Indeed ad. I'm not saying you guys ever would do that, but I'm just saying what a lot of times, like the way that I would do it or other people do it is, as you know, it's minimal resources. We really get behind the ad so that we can attract as much talent as possible. And we bring in a lot of people with that large of a megaphone. For the first 3 weeks, we're just going to be updating you on the amount of people that are hitting your ad and that we're moving to what we call talent stage. The talent stage is when we're actually identifying people that match up very well with their skill set, attitude, and answering the questions around problem solving, culture, those things that we agree upon. And we're going to move them in and shoot a video with your recruiter. She's going to be the one that's going to be selling you to the candidates, and that's why we have an extra meeting that I'll be joining for her to have everything that she needs to do that. So after 3 weeks of screening, what our goal is on that third Friday is to bring you 4 to 7 people that we feel would make a great impact in your business based on the parameters that we've all agreed upon. We're going to bring those to you with descriptions of them. And all we ask is that you watch those videos in a very timely manner. We're taking these people through a process, and then we want to make sure that we don't leave them waiting very long because we want them to have a world-class experience also. So you're going to say to us, hey, listen, to our recruiter, we really like the way that, 1, 3, 4, and you know what, go ahead and bring 5 along. There's something there that I really feel these candidates are special. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring them back in, and then we're going to start the career visioning process. So we'll be KPAing them. We're going to be doing the life story, so that really dig in on what their past employment has been like, and what they've learned from it and what they did, and show us how that shows up. And we want to make sure that they're not just using this as a quick stop before they find that dream job that's coming down the road. Then we're going to go and do their background checks, and we're going to do the 3D process. And you guys all know that that's where we're continually asking for one more person. Then we're going to come back to you and bring all of that collateral to you and have a conversation. We're going to be talking about what we feel is something that, if we feel that they really are showing up, and how they're showing up and how the skill set's going to line up. We might say that, hey, we're seeing some red flags. We want to get one out. Maybe we're going to bring another one in to round it out. We're going to have really real conversations with you. Then we're going to facilitate and be a partner with you on the live interviews. On the live interviews, we'll have a meeting on which questions that you really want to ask and dig in on. Exactly, and you could run the entire interview. We can run it, and then you could kind of come in behind and do the digging questions on where you want to have more exposure to what they're really thinking or feeling. Then what we do is we give you the opportunity to build rapport with them. If you want to spend more time with them, take them to lunch, have them in to meet with your ALC, whatever it is that you feel is going to facilitate a comfortable hire, then we help you to write the offer letter. After we get done with that entire process, which I will say takes us 4 to 7 weeks on average, then we request $2,000 at the time of the onboarding. So it is $5,000 all in to find that great hire. And that first 3,000 really gets us up and running, and so that we can get as much talent as possible. We offer one other service, which is our consulting piece. And what we do, and this is also for the agents, and we do it for leadership, we can come in and help build their schedule with you. You guys, I know, are buttoned up, so I'm sure that you already have a process. But what we do, and if I even did a screen share here, I can show you what we do at a very high level. What we do is we build out and this is a lot of this is for, I have up an agent for like, admin or marketing people, but we put together a systems audit. We have you take the systems audit, and when you take that, we align you with a real estate consultant that can help train your admin. And we have down all the collateral of what a successful training program looks like, including the weekly, monthly checklist that we would build with you guys. But what we do with this is then we come in, it's $1,000 a month if we do this. If you're really, a lot of market centers that I talk to, they say, hey, you know what, we know how to train, we've been doing this, we don't need that. I always show that just in case there's a chance that you guys are really busy and you would want a partner to help to onboard them. So it's 5,000 all in for the recruiting. We can come in and do the consulting. When we're not involved in the consulting, we don't guarantee the hire. I'm going to explain what a guarantee the hire is. So we do guarantee hires for market centers and for admin, meaning that if we bring someone on board and, hey, we thought they were going to be, we saw their background, they could, I'm just using this as an example, that they were going to rock the financials, that they were going to come and be a total team player. Something happens along the way and now they're not showing up like that. We're in the people business. If we agree that this person is not showing up the way they want, and we can't teach them or coach them out of the rut that they're in, we'll go back to the pool and find you somebody that for free. When we don't do that, we have to really protect ourselves a little bit. People come and say, why wouldn't you guarantee the hire if you're not doing the consulting? We have no idea what type of systems you guys have in place to train and work with them. So that's the only thing that I just caution people on with that. But Damion, I know of you very well. I used to be involved with MAPS coaching. I know you guys are pretty well buttoned up. So just want you guys to have an idea. And that's the thing that if you guys do off of this conversation, if you have any agents that are looking for great hires that haven't built out their businesses, that's the Soprani Consulting Goldilocks treatment. We come in and build systems with the new hire into their world. That's that one pitch that I just wanted to give you on if you ever want to forward us to an agent. But that's the way that we do it. If you guys wanted to sign the contract, we are a little bit log jam, and I came out of, we got quite a few contracts coming from Family Reunion. This is not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you about your timing. If we signed a contract like today or over the weekend, we'd be able to get your job ad built and get that posted next week. We would not be able to align you with your recruiter until we usually do it on Mondays until the following Monday. I think we'd be okay there, or the Monday after that, but we'd still post the job ad and start retrieving talent for you and be in the process. And that's really what we do. Super proud to be a part of this company and feel like this is you could take a look at the email that I'll send you after this. We'll have our some people that we've worked for, some raving fans that we have. We'll also have our processes, and it will also have the contract on it if you want to review that.
Okay. Katie, do you have any questions?
My only question would be, with the training consulting after the hire, are we committed to a certain amount of time, or how does that work for the $1,000 a month? Like, is there a process for that, or is it a year? Is it 6 months? Is it a one-time thing?
Great question. And I just got off the phone. It's so ironic at 11 o'clock today, we're redoing the contract because we don't keep any teeth in our contract. It's so funny. So we had lawyers build it for us. We asked the people sign a 6 to 12 month contract, but here's the deal. We're so customer centric, and I want both you and Damion to be raving fans. If there's ever any point that you do not feel value, we cancel the contract immediately. We truly are. We're a 5-star reviewed company on Google in the people space, and Lindsay Soprani, who built this company, is one of the most authentic and customer centric people I've ever met. So we would cancel that, and we're actually taking any teeth out of that. We really are. I know this sounds corny, but we're like we're a feel good company to work with. We take all the heavy lifting off of you. If you're not feeling value, we're going to figure out a way to make you feel value, because we believe that we really live off of our reputation, and you guys can help spread the word on bringing us incredible talent.
So I guess, yeah, like my question around that would be, because what I read from on the sheet looks amazing, but it was geared towards more of like an admin versus like if we were going to do the training, is it AMCA or MCA specific, or am I then going to have to still go in and teach them how to create DAs and that type of stuff?
So we would have a consultation with you before we start with one of our consultants, and they're all running large teams, the Harlow team, the FedEx. We do work with Place and Lance Logan. So we'd meet with you first to figure out what your top needs are, and then we would sit down and prioritize things that, hey, look at this is central to your office, to your region, all that. You're going to need to probably be working on that. Yet we'll put them on the homework. We can help them build out how to do the following, processes. What we do is we shoot videos, and this is for your agents to understand too. When we come on to do the consulting, it's an incredible program, because what we do is all the collateral that we have, and we have a shorter list of collateral that we would use, that you would be providing, that you use in your processes. But if we bring collateral, we brand it to you, and the market center or the agent keeps it. We shoot a video each week where you keep the videos also of everything that we're training. So then we help you, and I know you already have this, some agents don't have it. We help them build a Google Drive that builds their business out. So that way, then when they hire new people, they're literally just saying, hey, listen, watch the video on how to run, how to, you know, make the DBAs, and this is how we store them when we do this. So we partner with you at a high level to organize the structure for bringing other people in also. And that's why it's just like we've literally had people in tears, like that, like agent side where we build out the business they didn't ever have the foundation of.
Yeah, I definitely see the value in that.
And I could set you up with a meeting with one of the consultants. We could start with the recruiting. You guys are friends and family. We're all part of the Keller Williams world. We could start with consulting. I could set up a meeting with one of our, or with, I'm so sorry, with the recruiting, and then I would align you with. I would get a meeting set up with you, Katie, with a consultant that they could kind of go through what their view of the process is and what you guys need. What are the most important things, and you can see if it's a good fit. We would never sell you something that you didn't feel had value.
Okay.
Right. I'm good.
The other thing that we will do, and I just want to be very transparent with you, we always talk, and we're an incredible company. We're going to post the ad, and you'll be getting weekly updates. The one thing you will hear from us, if we don't feel that the talent level is to your level, I always just like if people to know this, that that we will talk to you about the salary, the way that we're setting up the benefits. I don't feel that there's any concern there, but I always warn people, if we're finding that we're not getting the talent, we're going to come back and have a meeting with you and say, look, this is what the people that we're seeing. There's the proof is in the people that are hitting the ad. And if we need to tweak things, sometimes people are like, well, you said that salary worked. At the end of the day, we do not have a crystal ball on that stuff, as you guys know. So we'll come back and advise you on the best way to do that. We've had experiences where $5,000 is the difference in a trigger of talented people and not. I'm not saying with your situation, but we're going to sit down and work with you. This is not a science. This is an art form of finding great talent and working with it. And we would love to partner with you. And you know, you guys will have me as a raving fan to make sure that this works out well for you. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
So do you want me to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how quick are you guys to make this happen? Is this something you want to do in a couple of weeks? It does take us 4 to 7 weeks, and then we do have a full pipeline. So is it something you're going to do in the future, or are you guys ready to get rolling now?
We're ready.
Okay, well, I'll send over a live DocuSign contract. I already sent you the follow-up email. I apologize. I've sent so many emails. I forget who I've sent them out to. So you already have that, Katie? I'll send you a follow-up anyway. I'll just send you the email with all of our collateral. You can have it fresh in your email. It shows the videos of our processes, everything that we have in our promise to you is to provide a wow experience. And at any time, raise your hand if you're not getting that, and we'll have a great meeting with we'll work to line up the meeting with the consultant as early as next week. We can go ahead and get the job ad posted next week and start taking a look at the talent that we're bringing in. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, let me know if you need anything, and I really do appreciate the time, and thank you for joining the Zoom, okay?
Yeah, thank you so
Shawn.
much.
All right,
Good
guys,
day.
take care.
Bye.
See ya.